Hey everyone, Megabit here, and we're going to do something a little different today. Usually you see me screaming and reacting to some of the best that K-pop has to offer, but I've been inspired to do something different after discovering other content creators like Internet's Nathan and The Asian Theory, among others. So as you can tell by the title, we'll be discussing whether or not it's too late for Blackpink's very first full album. I've got some bullet points written down to go over, and I'll give my thoughts on each one. But before we start, please like the video and subscribe if you're new. It would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Before we dive too deep into this, we should go over some Blackpink history. So my first point is the amount of time it's been and the amount of content we've received in that time span. So as you know, it's been about 4 years since Blackpink debuted. They debuted on August 8th, 2016. And do you know what we've seen from them since then? We've gotten 3 mini albums, 14 original songs to their name, Jennie's solo, 2 collaborations, a single, a pre-released single that just recently came out, and a bunch of remixes and Japanese versions of song, among other stuff like that. That's not a lot. I was being generous when I included Jennie's solo, the remixes, and the collaborations. If I were to not include those, they'd have 3 mini albums and 2 singles, making 14 songs in total. That's including How You Like That. Let's put this into perspective. Look at ITZY. They debuted last year. The exact date is February 12th, 2019 when they debuted, and they already have 12 songs. That's 2 less than Blackpink. ITZY has been around for about a year and a half, Blackpink has been around for 4 years, and ITZY already has almost as much as them. That actually leads me to my next point, which is quality over quantity. And those aren't my words. I'm sure you've heard YG say that before, and I do understand that to a point. It makes sense. But if you're really good at what you do, I say you can have both. SM, JYP, Big Hit, doesn't matter. They don't have any issue with continuing to push content out for their big money-making artists, so why does YG? This is not only an issue for Blackpink. YG has a history of this with artists such as Big Bang, 21, etc. Blackpink just happens to suffer from it the most, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why would YG do this to the hottest group right now? Is it because he doesn't want to overwork them? Does he have something bigger planned that we just don't know about yet? I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but what I do know is this: the amount of frustration that Blinks and K-pop fans in general have towards YG. I'd be foolish to say this will ruin YG. It won't, but it could very well affect Blackpink and the course that they go in the future. The lack of content we receive from the Blackpink brand is laughable at times. It's actually even becoming a running joke that even non-Blackpink fans know. Some people have stopped caring, and that is not good for Blackpink or YG. Jennie, Lisa, Jisoo, and Rose deserve better. They want to put out new music at a faster rate just as much as we want it, but they can't. Their hands are tied, and it's really sad to see the 4 of them not really being able to have hardly any say-so when it comes to their music. I repeat, their music. I understand the K-pop labels work differently than the US labels, but this is too far. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. Moving on to YG's lack of promotion and history of not following through. We all know that YG has a history, like I said earlier. He's still a smart businessman, but he's developed a bad reputation for himself at the same time. Some might even call him a snake. Definitely not my words. Anyway, as I was saying, he has a bad history of not doing enough promoting for his new content his artists are creating, and has an extremely bad history of not following through on what he says. Here's just one example of many times he's done this. Remember How You Like That? Yeah, me too. Also, remember how that was supposed to come out in early 2020? Like around February or March? When did it come out again? Oh yeah, June 26th. Their new pre-release single is scheduled for August, so we should probably expect it in September or October, to be honest. And the album is expected in September, so it'll come out in October or December if we're lucky. Nah, it'll be January of next year, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm obviously joking, but you know it's that bad when that joke could become reality. Now let's discuss how accepting the K-pop community will be. They'll obviously support the girls no matter what, but how many people have moved on from Blackpink and YG? How many people have given up and stopped caring? I obviously don't know the statistics of that, but my honest opinion is not that much. I'm sure some have, but that happens with every artist, and not just in Korea. Blackpink is still statistically one of the biggest, if not the biggest, girl group right now. That topic was short, but I felt like it needed to be addressed. Now, moving into the last one, which is, will it make up for the lack of content that we've experienced over the last 4 years? To be honest, we can't know for sure, but I like the direction they're heading in for once. They already put out a pre-release single, and another one is supposedly arriving in August with a featured artist, followed by the album in September, and there's rumors about a rosé solo. That's a lot of Blackpink content in a short amount of time. It looks like they're going all out for this comeback, and I actually can't wait for it. Assuming everything goes the way YG's advertised, I think it'll make up for a lot of his past mistakes. So to conclude this video, is it too late for Blackpink's album? I'd say no if everything goes as planned, but that's just my opinion. Leave your opinions down in the comments and tell me how you like this different type of video. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave links to the 2 YouTubers I mentioned at the start of this video, as well as Blackpink and YG's YouTube channels. And subscribe to my channel as well, and like the video as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cue the outro. Peace.
Get high.